Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 17th of October, 2023. A new release streaming day, an interesting streaming day. Let's talk, because I got a good amount to say about the stuff that we did today. A day that actually we didn't even know what the full schedule was. We kind of discussed it and talked about it and determined what we wanted to do during today's podcast, which featured a lot of discussion. The Level 1 podcast today covered my final thoughts on Assassin's Creed Mirage, which was nice because I do feel like I had kind of mixed feelings about the game, and it was good to get it off my chest, as well as some big developments in the Starfield stream I had done the night before, and many other things. So a good podcast, good discussion. We actually had a big segment about upcoming movies and or television shows coming out. Things that people are interested in seeing me watch and review for DSP Reacts. For example, people suggested certain horror movies and things. They also suggested new series. I guess Invincible Season 2 is going to be coming out on Amazon Video in early November and over the course of the month. And I was like, oh, that could be interesting to maybe watch the first season and then to actually cover the Season 2 as an ongoing thing on the channel. So some good ideas there and a good discussion. Had a good time on the podcast. And then today's big release, if you can't tell, was the release of Sonic Superstars, which I played on the Xbox Series X. So, the game is a full retail priced game. $60 USD, okay? And when we started playing it, initially I realized it didn't feel like Sonic Mania. And I thought this was going to be like the spiritual successor to Sonic Mania, only taking the ideas of that game being a retro throwback game that was kind of like the real Sonic 4, but translating it into a modern game with better graphics and everything. It feels a little sluggish. It definitely feels like the characters aren't as fast as, say, they were in Sonic Mania. Not to say that it's a bad thing, but it took a little bit of getting used to. I will be honest with you. I think the first entire 3 worlds were kind of boring. You start off in a very generic world that doesn't have much interesting elements or anything really going on. There's like Bridge Zone or something like that. And then I can't even remember the second world. I know the third one was like a forest or a tropical area or something like that. It really wasn't until World 4 that I felt the game got much better, which was a pinball zone, which reminded me a lot of the stage from Sonic 2 Casino Zone. It really reminded me of that, and that was nice. And then kind of got better from there. I'd say like stages 4, 5, 6, 7, as I played through them, I was enjoying it more and more. The soundtrack. Originally, I didn't like the music. It started to get more catchy later on in the game, too. It's really weird, because you would think, like, for a game like this, you would want the first stage to catch you and hook you. If you play Sonic 1, 2, or even 3, the first couple of stages are very catchy, good music, good gameplay elements. It almost feels like this game is a slow build, and the earlier stages aren't as good. Also, this game constantly throws bonus stages at you, and there's multiple kinds. There's bonus stages to get the Chaos Emeralds that are fully designed from a new perspective and nothing like the ones from previous games. There's classic mini games where you're in these like labyrinthian 2D mazes, and you're trying to get and collect medals or coins in those before you hit the accidental exit buttons or whatever. So there are these different optional things to do in the game, 2 completely different styles. In this game, when you get a Chaos Emerald, you actually earn a new ability, and you can have an option to use that ability during gameplay or not, which is kind of neat. However, I find that you can play the game without the abilities, so I basically forget to use them. I guess there's like an on-screen prompt to tell you when one could usually be used effectively, but I keep forgetting about it and basically just ignoring the element. There's 4 characters, and that's nice that it's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, and they all do play a little bit differently, although admittedly, it seems like Sonic is the more basic character that you would want to play if you want to kind of challenge yourself and play it like a Sonic game. All the other characters seem like cheat codes. Like, Tails can fly really high before he gets tired, so you can really miss jumps, and you can beat entire bosses based on the fact that he's so maneuverable. Knuckles, again, he can glide and hit things in the air, and he can climb walls. Amy has a double jump, which alone makes her so much more maneuverable and able to climb things better than most of the rest of the cast. And the double jump helps a lot with bosses where normally you wouldn't be able to reach the boss and hit it, but she could just double jump right into the weak spot. So it seems to me like Sonic's the hardest, and then the other characters are kind of like other levels of difficulty depending on what stage you're playing. Certain characters are better for those particular stages. So I guess if you want the most challenge, play the whole game with Sonic, right? So the thing is, I played for 3 hours, and my initial impression is I do like it, but at the end of the 3 hours I played, I beat 7 worlds out of 12. There's only 5 worlds left in the whole game, and then there's a battle mode where you build a robot using the medals or coins you found in the single player mode, and that's for online multiplayer, and then there's time attack, and that's it. That's the whole game. And it's $60. So I thought Sonic Superstars was going to be a playthrough that would take me a long time. I'd be balancing it with the other new releases coming out on Friday. It looks like I'm going to completely finish the game tomorrow. What on earth? $60 for a game you can beat in 6 hours? That sounds like a ridiculous ripoff. So I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow. But going off of what people have told me about the game, I think this may be one of the most disappointing games of the year. Even if the final 5 stages are outstanding, is it worth $60? You know, I'm going to be hard-pressed to justify that price tag. So we'll see what happens tomorrow on the first stream. Tonight's late stream, I decided to do something completely impromptu and unplanned. Street Fighter 6 World Tour Mode. I hadn't played it since August 26th, so almost 2 months since I had played this mode. And I'll be honest with you guys, I had a lot of fun. Last time around when I was playing this, I had unlocked the Dalsim moveset. And so tonight we were going all around the world. We had already unlocked most of the trainers, so it was more about focusing on the story. And we ended up doing more than 2 like entire chapters of the story tonight. There was a tournament, there was mysteries to uncover, little twists in the plot and things like that. We did unlock a new trainer, Kimberly, which was nice. We leveled up the Dalsim trainer a ton and got a bunch of new moves and abilities from him. It was really fun, and it was a chill time. We had a lot of conversation, which was good. I really enjoyed myself. And the thing is, I think we're almost done. We're now around 15 hours in, and most people have reported the World Tour mode is about 20 hours long. From what I'm going to understand, it's only 15 chapters. That's the whole World Tour, 15 chapters. Then you're done, and you're free to open world roam and do side content if you want. We're getting there. Like, by the end of tonight, we were at, like, chapter 13.4, so we're almost done with it. And people were like, wow, you know, you actually came back to this. Are you going to keep playing it? And I'm like, I always told you guys I was going to beat the story of this game. It was just a matter of when. I know we're 4.5 months into the game being out, but we're finishing it one way or another. So likely what I will do, I will definitely keep my eyes peeled for open night streams. And if we have an open night stream with really not that much to do, I'll toss this in there, probably 1 to 2 more sessions so we can wrap it up, because I want to see how it ends. In fact, we had big plot developments on who the big villain is now in this mode. So I'm excited to see how that comes to fruition. Anyway, it was a great stream, and I had a good time today. Support was decent. I mean, the night stream was pretty slow, but the day stream was decent for Sonic, so I'm not going to complain. Everything went pretty well, I would say. So tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week, and tomorrow we're going to essentially see how Sonic ends if we beat it. I think we might. I think we have a very good chance of beating Sonic tomorrow, which is sad if they're really charging $60 for a 6-hour game. I guess we're going to find out. And then tomorrow night's late stream is more Starfield, which I'm actually genuinely really excited for, because last time when we played it yesterday, we had all new story elements that were unlocked, and the story really advanced in a big way, and I'm curious where that story is going to go now, because there actually is so much going on in it. So tomorrow should be a good day. Will we finish Sonic? How does it end? Is it that short? How will the story advance in Starfield? Will it be exciting? Because it seems exciting right now. I hope you'll join me for my streams tomorrow. Remember, Thursday's my day off this week, but this coming Friday is a double new release premiere, Spider-Man 2 as well as Super Mario Wonder, and it sadly is looking like we're probably going to finish up Sonic tomorrow, which means it would just be those 2 games as the major focus for the week. And what I would maybe do is balance those games with maybe some Street Fighter or Starfield over the week, since it looks like there'll be time now, because we won't be balancing 3 new releases anymore. So I guess we'll see how it goes, all right? But I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too, and it was a great streaming week, and I'm excited to see how it all ends tomorrow, all right? So thank you all. Great streaming day. I had a good time. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Oh, by the way, for the record, we did have the Sonic hat today, which was exciting. I told you guys if we hit a tips goal during the Sonic game, I would wear the hat. Thankfully, we hit it today, which allowed us to see the Sonic hat for the first time in many years. I don't know if we'll do it again tomorrow, but it looks like that might be the last chance because it looks like we're finishing the game tomorrow. All right? All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Please have a good night. Be safe. See you tomorrow for my final day of the week and some fun gaming stuff. Peace out. I'll see you all then.